Now, we want to come up with our own business idea, but first of all, what is innovation? Innovation is a product of both invention and commercialization. This is because if you have a great invention but no one uses it and you cannot successfully market it, then it is not really innovation. So, to create an invention, you'll need skills in technology, science, and engineering, as well as skills to know how to develop and build your product. While in commercialization, you'll need to know the essentials of business, venture engineering, and know how to make decisions, start, and grow. And here's the process of innovation that is vital to success of both invention and commercialization. Alright, so how do we come up with a innovative idea? A lot of first-time entrepreneurs start big and find a problem that many or all people have. It's tempting to do this, but it's not a good way to start out. You need to start out more focused than that with the people who really need a solution to a certain problem. And there are a couple ways to find these problems. So one way is to think of the potential customers to the offering in a pyramid, where the ones at the base have the problem. And then one step up the pyramid is when they know they have a problem, then they have already started allocating money and paying for a solution. At the very top is when they actually have a burning need for a solution. And this is the people that you want to be targeting, since they are the ones who are actively seeking out new opportunities. And another way to think about this is to look at the innovation curve. So, the fusion of innovations is a theory that tries to explain how, why, and what rate new ideas and technology spreads. So, the important thing to note is that for each new type of innovation, there is an adopter category called innovators on the left, who are willing to take risks, have the highest social status, financial liquidity, are social, and have closest contacts with other innovators. Their risk tolerance allows them to adopt technologies that may ultimately fail, which makes them the right people to find in order to understand what new opportunities should exist and how to test and commercialize them. Now, to actually brainstorm these opportunities, first you have to ask yourself, how might we? Brainstorm around 20 of these where you identify a specific problem. Some areas you might think about include underserved markets where the customers still have an unmet need, industry interest where you have the most passion, existing offerings with unsatisfied customers, so existing companies that do not meet the needs of specific customers, unmet needs, or personal frustrations that you experience on a daily basis. After you compile your list of opportunities or problem statements, group them together based on industry or underlying frustrations, and then filter to determine founder fit. Do you have the skills necessary to solve this problem? Or do you have the interest and passion to do something about it? After that, move all of the opportunities that are not aligned to the bottom of your list and move the ones that are most aligned to the top. To determine potential, assess the business potential of the problem by answering, is this a problem that people are currently paying money to solve? Is this a real market, meaning that the customer actually cares about your opportunity for your potential product or service? Finally, use the chart to map out where each of your opportunities would go based on potential. And here, high represents high customer interest and low represents low customer interest. And fit, where high represents a personal interest to solve the problem. Some common mistakes to avoid is firstly solving a problem that does not exist, so forcing a solution on customers who do not really need this. Another is taking on world scale problems such as food wastage, recycling, greenhouse gases, etc. If you're trying to take on something like this, you need to have a really good way to solve it with a really focused customer as well. Thirdly is convenient solutions. So these are similar to world scale problems in that you're often trying to solve a problem that a lot of people have without much differentiation from existing solutions or focus on a specific customer. And these types of problems are ones like procrastination, time management, finding cheaper food, learning to budget, or scheduling a travel plan. These tend only to be slightly more convenient solutions, not 10 times better solutions like the ideas that you're trying to find. If you've found a way to make an offering 10 times better for a clear customer segment, then go ahead, but otherwise, you should not be pursuing a problem in the convenience category. Another thing to avoid is high school student platforms. Many people have come up with the idea to connect high school students to colleges that they want to attend or college students at that specific college, and this idea continually fails for many reasons. These platforms are inherently difficult because of your customer base, revenue model, and how cyclic the business is, so it is best to avoid this.